December 15, 1988. Newark County Morgue. The overnight attendant walks into the preparation room and stops cold. The body that was supposed to be there for tomorrow's funeral is gone. Not moved. Gone. The toe tag lies on an empty gurney. The paperwork shows John Doe, 45, unclaimed vagrant, cause of death, heart attack. But someone just wheeled him out the back door at 2 a.m. Someone with keys. Someone with access. Someone who'd been doing this for 28 years. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the story, hit the subscribe button and let us know in the comments from where in the world you are watching from today. His name was Vincent Ruggiero, 52 years old, morgue attendant, pillar of his community. What nobody knew was that Vincent had built the most elaborate death-faking operation in American criminal history. For 3 decades, he'd been selling corpses to the Mafia. $5,000 per body. Cash only. No questions asked. The FBI estimates that over 50 mobsters faked their deaths using Ruggiero's system. They paid $50,000 each to die officially while disappearing into new lives under new identities. But this murder started 28 years earlier. It started with a desperate mobster facing murder charges and a morgue attendant who realized the dead had value. Vincent Ruggiero didn't just steal bodies. He perfected a system so sophisticated that it fooled the FBI for decades. A system that only unraveled when Vincent got greedy and made one fatal mistake. He sold the same body twice. Vincent Joseph Ruggiero was born in Newark's North Ward in 1936, the son of Italian immigrants. Newark in the 1950s was mob territory. The Genovese family controlled the docks. The DeCavalcante family ran rackets throughout New Jersey. Vincent learned early that secrets had value and silence paid better than speaking up. After high school, Vincent got a job at Newark City Hospital. By 1960, he was overnight supervisor at the Newark County Morgue. He worked alone from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., processing bodies, maintaining records, preparing remains. The job came with keys, access codes, and most importantly, trust. Vincent was responsible for the dead. All of them. That's when he met Anthony "Fat Tony" Salerno, a capo in the Genovese crime family. Salerno's nephew had died in a car accident. The body needed discreet preparation. Salerno slipped Vincent $500 for his cooperation. Vincent took the money and asked no questions. Word spread through Newark's underworld. Vincent Ruggiero was reliable. He understood that some deaths required special arrangements. Here's how the system worked. A marked mobster facing murder charges or FBI heat would approach Vincent through intermediaries. The mobster needed to disappear permanently, but he couldn't just run. He had assets, property, family. He needed to die officially to collect life insurance and start fresh somewhere else. Vincent would wait for the right body. Same approximate age, same build, same general appearance. The unclaimed bodies were perfect. Vagrants, drifters, addicts who died alone with no family to claim them. Vincent would alter the paperwork. John Doe becomes Tony Rossetti. Fingerprints destroyed due to decomposition. Dental records modified by Dr. Samuel Weinstein, a corrupt dentist who'd confirmed the identity for $10,000. The body would be delivered to Morrison Funeral Home, operated by Harold Morrison, who was on Vincent's payroll. Morrison would prepare the corpse, close the casket due to trauma, and conduct a proper service. Family and friends would mourn. The death certificate would be filed. The insurance claim processed. Tony Rossetti was officially dead. Meanwhile, the real Tony would slip out of town with $100,000 in life insurance money and a new identity. Social security number purchased from a corrupt clerk. Birth certificate forged. Tony Rossetti was dead. Tony Russo was born. Same man, new life, clean slate. The system required multiple conspirators, each paid handsomely. Vincent charged $5,000 for the body, but the total cost was $50,000. Dr. Samuel Weinstein got $10,000 for dental confirmation. Dr. Frank Amadeo, a county medical examiner, received $8,000 for perfect death certificates. Funeral director Harold Morrison earned $7,000 for services. Detective Paul Castellano collected $5,000 for falsified police reports. Document forgers received $10,000 for new identity papers. Dr. Weinstein was crucial to the operation. When dental records were requested for identification, Weinstein would examine the substitute corpse and confirm the match. The dental work was added post-mortem using a drill and amalgam. Fillings, crowns, bridges installed in dead mouths. It was grisly work, but Weinstein was thorough. By 1965, Vincent's operation was running smoothly. The client list read like organized crime royalty. Michael "Trigger Mike" Coppola, facing murder charges, died of a heart attack in 1966. His funeral drew hundreds. His wife collected $150,000 in life insurance. Trigger Mike moved to Phoenix, where he lived as Michael Copeland for 23 years, running a used car dealership. If you find this story engaging, please take a moment to subscribe and enable notifications. It helps us continue producing in-depth content like this. Joseph "Joey" Surprise Iacovetti, indicted for hijacking, died in a car accident in 1968. Closed casket funeral, death certificate filed. Joey Surprise became Joseph Jacobson and opened a restaurant in Fort Lauderdale. The FBI never suspected. Insurance companies paid claims without investigation. The system was perfect. But Vincent wasn't content with steady $5,000 payments. By 1970, he was getting greedy. Instead of waiting for matching bodies, he started altering corpses to fit orders. Height adjusted by removing bones. Weight modified through selective decomposition. Hair color changed with dye. Scars added with post-mortem cutting. In 1974, Vincent sold the same corpse to two different clients. A vagrant who died of pneumonia became both Anthony Marconi and Robert Antonelli. Vincent prepared two different sets of dental records, held two separate funerals, collected $10,000 for one corpse. The scam worked because the bodies were cremated. No evidence remained. Vincent's success bred carelessness. He started keeping records in a coded notebook. Names, dates, payments. He recruited family members. His brother-in-law began sourcing bodies from other hospitals. His nephew stole blank certificates from the courthouse. The operation became a family business. By 1985, Vincent's wife Maria was diagnosed with cancer. Experimental treatments required cash payments. Vincent needed money fast, so he accelerated the operation, targeting specific bodies in good condition instead of waiting for natural matches. In March 1986, Vincent stole the body of Thomas Mitchell, a construction worker who died in an accident. Mitchell's family couldn't afford funeral costs. Vincent altered Mitchell's appearance, changed dental records, and sold him as Frankie Dead Moscato. But Vincent didn't stop there. He stole Mitchell's identity documents and sold them to another client. Two sales from one corpse. Double profit. Maria Ruggiero died in November 1987. Vincent was financially ruined from medical bills. He owed money to loan sharks and needed a big score. That's when Vincent conceived the big one, staging a mass casualty warehouse fire to process multiple deaths simultaneously. The fee would be $300,000. But Vincent never got the chance. On December 15, 1988, Harold Morrison received a body that looked familiar. The corpse was listed as Anthony Benedetto, but Morrison had prepared the same body 8 months earlier as Frank Catalano. Morrison recognized the distinctive embalming work. The same corpse, twice dead. Morrison called the FBI. Agent Patricia Williams opened an investigation. They exhumed Frank Catalano's coffin, empty except for sandbags. Anthony Benedetto's dental records didn't match any known person. The fingerprints belonged to John Doe number 47, an unclaimed vagrant from March 1988. Vincent Ruggiero was arrested December 22, 1988. FBI agents found his coded notebook, $23,000 in cash, and correspondence with organized crime figures. But Vincent didn't talk. He refused to identify clients or name conspirators. The investigation expanded rapidly. Dr. Weinstein was arrested and cooperated, providing details of every fake death he'd confirmed. Dr. Amadeo provided access to state databases. Detective Castellano got 10 years for racketeering. The shocking discovery came when FBI cross-referenced dead mobsters with Social Security databases. 23 men declared dead were collecting benefits under their original names. They'd been double-dipping for decades. Michael "Trigger Mike" Coppola had been collecting Social Security in Phoenix for 22 years while his family collected life insurance in Newark. Joey Surprise was receiving Medicare in Florida while maintaining a death certificate in New Jersey. The FBI launched a nationwide manhunt. Headlines read, "Dead mobster arrested alive in Miami." Some had lived remarkable lives. Frank Moscato became a successful real estate developer. Tony Benedetto owned 3 restaurants and employed 40 people. They'd been model citizens, contributing to communities, paying taxes. The trials began in September 1990. Vincent faced wire fraud, conspiracy, and desecration charges. His defense argued he was exploited by organized crime. The jury didn't buy it. Vincent was sentenced to 25 years at age 54. The 23 resurrected mobsters received varying sentences. Some got time served for decades of clean living. Others faced additional charges for Social Security fraud. Vincent served 18 years, released in 2008 as a broken 72-year-old. He moved to a trailer park, lived alone, never spoke about his past. Vincent died in 2015 at 79. His obituary listed him as a former hospital employee. No mention of the morgue, the mob, or the 50 bodies that made him infamous. The NEWARK system died with Vincent. Modern forensics, digital records, and enhanced security make body switching impossible. But Vincent's case revealed institutional weaknesses. A high school graduate had operated sophisticated fraud for 3 decades, corrupting doctors, cops, and funeral directors. Vincent understood that nobody double-checked death certificates or cross-referenced databases. He exploited these weaknesses brilliantly, creating a service-organized crime desperately needed: the ability to disappear without abandoning everything. The legacy isn't just criminal, but institutional. Vincent's case led to fundamental changes in death certificate processing, morgue monitoring, and insurance investigations. Modern protocols require multiple confirmations and digital documentation. The 50 men who faked deaths represent something unique. Criminals who escaped prosecution by legally dying, lived clean lives for decades, then were arrested as elderly men for forgotten crimes. Their story raises questions about justice and redemption. Is someone who commits a crime, fakes death, and lives 30 years lawfully the same person? Vincent never answered those questions. He kept the secrets of the NEWARK system to his grave. The FBI knows Vincent processed more than 50 fake deaths, but could only prove 23. The full truth died with the morgue attendant, who became the mob's grim reaper. Vincent Ruggiero proved that in America, everything has a price. Even death, even resurrection, even the chance to be someone else entirely.